Good day, everyone. Ali is here from Safi Financial Network. Today is December 29th, 2023, last day of December and last day of actually not well, technically last day of trading days for December and last day for a year, and a yearly candle, weekly candle, monthly candle, and daily candle close today. Pretty important candle. And today volume was very, very heavy, 122 million. So just imagine 122 million traded for SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF, and today was a downtick. So this is kind of like a warning sign for the market for the next corrective move. And today, I know we are in vacation time frame, but 122 million is very, very important. We just traded over 100 and volume was decent. Seller just took control whenever market just to spike up to a certain level and took control to the downside. So before getting to the daily chart and even different indexes and individual stocks, I just want to start with S&P 500 monthly chart. So as you see here, monthly bar closed a green bar. So year close as well was a green. So this is kind of like this is the last October, and as you see here, market just that formed very, very nice consolidation moving to the upside. So yearly candle was positive, monthly candle was positive, and also weekly candle was positive as well. So it's pretty interesting when I just look at a market for last at least 3 to 4 years. We had kind of like whenever we have a January and December, like a December positive, January was negative. So whenever we had December negative, January was positive. So they were kind of like a playing opposite or flip side compared to each other. So let's look at here is December 2022. And as you see here, this is a red bar. January 2023, we had a positive candle here, right? So this is December 2021. As you see here, new all-time high, and we didn't touch this yet. January 2022, we just hit a nominal all-time high, but coming down sharply after that, right? So this is December 2020, and here's January 2021. So basically, as you see here, we had like flip side to each other, flip side to each other. Here's another one, flip side to each other. And also this one as well. So this is December 2019 and January 2020. As you see here, we had like a COVID flash crash to the downside. And that is pretty interesting. So market is kind of like a played out very, very nicely. When we have like a positive December, January was negative, and we had negative December, January was positive. So I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but I believe January we are due for corrective move, and this corrective move could be kind of like a light. We can get down to here to this area, but I believe this is going to be just a correction within this uptrend. And whenever we hit this level, some kind of like I'm going to get you more detailed level about this in weekly and daily. But whenever we get here, which is going to be probably end of January or first 2 weeks of February, we can see some kind of like a long position again, position ourselves for the long side for new all-time high. I recorded video for 2024, which is coming tomorrow, and also on Sunday. There are 2 episodes for stock market. Make sure watch those ones. I'm not gonna spoil those videos to let you watch those videos, but take it from me now. January could be kind of like a corrective move for the next rally to the upside. So if you see market is coming down, especially second week, third week of January, don't be surprised, all right? So that was a monthly chart. If you go to weekly chart, here is the weekly chart for S&P 500. And as you see here, we had kind of like losing the momentum. As you see here, you're seeing like shadows are getting bigger, bodies are getting weaker and narrower. So whenever we get this, we are kind of like at the top information, especially when we are at a very, very important level at the top here. So we can see some kind of like a pullback, consolidation or pullback for next at least few weeks. And then we can just expect market again getting back to the rally to new all-time high, which I believe new all-time high is coming in 2024. And we are not topped yet. So market still has more room to go. And the level that I'm looking for is 45 to 45.83. That's going to be a great buying opportunity here. So I don't know if the market gives us that opportunity, and corrective move can be kind of like a deep, something like this. Hopefully it gets a deeper correction because that's going to be a better buying opportunity. But if market gives us a better corrective move to the downside, we can just position ourselves for a long position. Stochastic wise, we are kind of like at the bear reversal here. And also RSI is getting pretty close to overbought condition. So next 2 weeks, I should say, market needs to see that price action. But next 2 weeks, we can see some kind of like a pullback to the downside. Here's the RSI. As you see here, RSI is pretty close to the overbought condition. And whenever we are at kind of like overbought condition, regardless of if we are in a bull market or bear market, we can see some kind of like a pullback. And if you just see the trend line here, so there is a small trend line here between like the last tops here. As you see here, we are pretty close to the top of the market here. So even if we go something like this, we are already at the top, and we should see some kind of like a resistance coming for RSI down. So basically, we are kind of like a pretty close to the reversal to the downside, and that downside again could be just a corrective move, nothing more. Moving on to the daily chart, which was pretty important because volume was very, very heavy today. As I said, 122 million. And look at the momentum. Momentum now, we are just seeing more indicators to show us a divergence. Here is the MACD, which was kind of like obvious and screaming at the beginning. But right now between these two tops, look at that. So here is the RSI, and also stochastic is forming, and also IMI is forming at the same time. So there are 4 indicators showing me that we are kind of like at the end of this rally. At least for a short term, we should see some kind of like a pullback, and a pullback to 45.24 to 45.80. So that is going to be a good level for to position ourselves for a reversal. So there is going to be a tons of support here, and also support is going to be down below as well. But I'm not sure if we get down here because momentum is pretty nice. But if we get a healthy correction to the downside, we will take it as a good buying opportunity. Bull is not over, so don't short the market heavily because markets still have a good momentum to the upside. Moving on to the next one, which is Nasdaq, starting with weekly chart. So weekly already, Nasdaq is telling us that we are in a very, very good divergence here between MACD, between RSI, and look at that. So this is pretty close to the top for the divergence here. And also, if you just look at the price action is getting kind of like a shallower, specifically when we are getting to kind of like a new all-time high this week. So Nasdaq just hit new all-time high thanks to Magnificent 7, but we can just get a downside move here to just double test these highs here. So 15,500 to 15,600, that would be kind of like a good buying setup for Nasdaq. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to daily chart for Nasdaq. So Nasdaq daily chart, it is very, very obvious that we are just losing the momentum even daily, not even weekly. We are just seeing a good divergence here in weekly and daily at the same time. So this means kind of like a corrective move is coming down the road, and this correction could give us a good buying opportunity. 15,600 to 15,900. That's going to be a good buying opportunity. Right now, we are at 16,800. So this means a potential downside for Nasdaq is going to be 1,000. So this 1,000, we will take it as a good buying opportunity. It's kind of like a good correction to the downside. Moving on to UF30, which is Dow Jones, the first one hit new all-time high this year. And it was kind of coming along with my forecast. As I said, Dow could be the first one hit new all-time high. So Dow is the same with the other indexes. So you'll see already MACD shows us a sell signal in daily. Let me just go for with weekly first. See weekly first and then coming down. So weekly is still strong. So as you see here, compared to the other one, weekly is still strong. And also there is no divergence here. So this means Dow could be a shallow or kind of like a resilient to a big corrective move to the downside. The maximum correction can be 35,600 to 35,700 for a good buying opportunity. So this is a Dow, and obviously we're seeing like a bear reversal here at a very, very overbought. And overbought doesn't mean sell. Overbought means corrective move within the next rally. So Dow rally is not over yet. I believe new all-time high is coming somewhere around 39,000 to 40,000 this year. So stay tuned. We will have more upside for Dow Jones. However, for a daily chart, it's kind of like a more shakier than weekly. So we can see back test to new all-time, to the previous new all-time high here, 38,000. And the best scenario is going to be coming all the way down to this demand area. So this is very, very good support or demand area here, I should call it. And if we get here for A, B, and then C corrective move, that would be great buying opportunity for a next rally to the upside, which is coming along to months of April, June, I should say. Dow would be a fantastic outperformer this year. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to gold, which was kind of like a resilient today. So gold weekly chart, let me go to weekly chart first. Even before weekly, we can just focus on the monthly chart. So monthly chart, we had new all-time high this month. And whenever we had new all-time high, big shadow, this means still is resilient. However, if you look at the monthly chart, we are still holding up pretty well at the high of the candle. So this means momentum still is strong. And when we get a corrective move, we can see some kind of like a buyers are coming back. Look at the shadows here and look at the shadows here. So this means don't rely on these shadows only just for a sell signal, because at the same time, you should look at the lower shadows here. Buyers are strong and monthly candle is kind of like a touching this area 4 times. And now we are pretty close to previous new all-time high. So just take it as a corrective move because lots of people selling when we get to new all-time high. Right now, 2062 in a monthly chart. However, momentum wise, we are again getting back to the overbought condition, which is kind of like a bullish. Still, MACD is strong and also RSI is pretty strong. So these 4 indicators, 3 indicators shows me that we are kind of like still in a good momentum to the upside. However, weekly chart tells me some kind of like a more corrective move, not a crash. So we had a kind of like a sharp sell-off here, but look what happened. So again, last 3 weeks, we just pushed higher. And here, we expect that a 2100 or let's say 2090 is very, very important resistance here. So market just reacted, gold price just reacted to that level and it's coming down. I should say still it can go down for a choppy, sloppy consolidation for next 2, 3, even months. And then after that, I should say, spike a parabolic move to the upside for gold is coming specifically after March. So as long as we are above these 2 pivotal points, we can form a very, very good positive momentum to the upside. So forecast for gold is coming, and I believe it's going to be a next week. But when I worked on gold, I'm pretty bullish. I can just give you a hint that the forecast is coming, is very, very bullish. And this is my target for 2024. However, if we get to the downside move, we can go all the way down here. But I'm kind of like a bias, the bullish momentum to the upside based on the chart, based on the pattern that we are forming here. Very, very nicely, we just touched 4 times here, 2100-ish, and then rejected back down. So this means this level is getting weaker and weaker and weaker whenever we hit with kind of like a higher low here. So we will see how it goes. Even another just a small pullback to the upside. The fifth one could be a good parabolic move to the upside. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to the daily chart. Daily, we had negative day, 2 consecutive red days, today and Thursday. This can go down easily, slowly by end of the January, going to low 2000 area. Again, we can just going up and down and go up and down, but ideally, I would like to see some kind of like a corrective move to the downside. As you see here, we see a bear reversal here on a stochastic, and if we get to the overbought condition, within a time or within a price, that would be kind of like a good buying opportunity, because whenever we get into oversold condition or bull reversal within this uptrend, look at the rally. So the rally is very, very strong with a just minor pullback to the downside. All right. So this is going to be the second one and third one when we hit kind of like a new all-time high. Correction is coming, but the rally is going to be more stronger than corrective move. Moving on to crude, which we had another negative day today. So 3 consecutive days to the downside. Sellers took control. Still, I'm looking for more downside for crude. So crude cannot get above this pivotal point, which is $80. As I said, as long as we are below $80, we are weak. And this weak momentum can get to a new low here. But I should say this new low could be kind of like a decisive. And that would be the ideal time, would be March time frame. If we get February, March to the new low, I don't know, new low is going to be a 61 or 51. But that would be kind of like a great buying opportunity if we get to that one. So I'm just waiting for that one, staying on the side for crude. Don't touch it for now, but crude is going to be explosive to the upside when it gets to some certain level. I'm just waiting for that one. Short-term bearish and good bearish, I should say, but long-term could be a bullish one as well. So crude is not over yet. This is kind of like a corrective move, all right? So this correction can get to a new low here when everyone just stopped out, and then we can see a major rally is coming for crude. Moving on to individual names, so starting with yield. Yield had a downtick today. Interestingly, 31 cents down. So yield is getting back to 4.25%. This is very, very important level. Price-wise, demand-wise, area-wise, everything is important. So I should say yield is overdue for spike to the upside, and this spike can happen in months of January, February, but it's not gonna be more than 4.60. So I should say a maximum 0.30%, that's gonna be it. And yield can get back to the downside again when this reflexive rally is over. TLT, which is treasuries, are coming down. So usually they're just going against each other, but TLT is kind of like a coming down sharply when yield was negative. So this means people are kind of like a flowing out of the bond, and right now they are just rebalancing their portfolio. So I should say Treasury can go to 91 to 93, but that's going to be a good buying opportunity. I'm just waiting for this one again to get back to the long side. VIX was uptick today, but ended up negative. So I should say this is kind of like a stop hunting, nothing more, just 2 cents down. VIX is forming the base here for the next rally or a spike rally. Dixie is coming up, so Dixie is kind of like a leading for now. Second consecutive bull candle today. So two bullish bar, and we can see some kind of like again rally all the way to 102.77. When 102.77 is hit, we should see some kind of like sellers are coming back. And if sellers reversing price to the downside, if we take out this pivotal point, I should say even this one doesn't work and we can go below 99. And I should say weaker dollar is coming in 2024. Moving on to Magma index, which is our technology index, reversing to the downside. As I said, momentum is pretty down and we are just getting back down. Volume was pretty high. And I should say this one can challenge the technology index, and technology can go all the way down to here for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Apple is down today, $1.05. Apple just lagging. So a market hit new all-time high. Apple didn't after this, and it's just going down. And we can see some support here, 188 to 190. But I believe this one can go all the way down to 180 before a good support here. Amazon just $1.44 down. This consolidation is forming to the downside. As I said, this bullish consolidation is going to fail because we are at a very, very important supply area. So we can go down, and there are lots of support here. But I should say the good buying opportunity is going to be 133 to 137. Meta is down today as well. So lots of good stocks just showing a big reversal here. There's going to be a support here at 345, but I should say it's going to be just a hiccup, and we can say price is getting to the downside. This is going to be the level. So 300 to 307 could be kind of like a good buying opportunity if it gets there. Microsoft is 76 cents up. So Microsoft, look at the price. It doesn't go anywhere. Basically, the entire month of December, Microsoft was kind of like a flat, like a ping pong ball in a box. It doesn't go anywhere. But I should say we are kind of like a fragile to the downside. When it rips to the downside, it can go easily to 340 to 345. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to Google, the next one, 54 cents down. Not a bad price action. Google hold up pretty well. I should say this one can get a corrective move, not too much. Netflix, $3.63 down. Tesla is coming down, $4 sharp sell-off after yesterday's sell-off. Nicely reacting to this level. I came up with analysis. Here are my updates for Tesla. So 220 to 231 could be kind of like a good buying opportunity for a bounce, but I would rather the great buying opportunity is going to be here when we hit a lower low, and this is going to be a great pattern weekly and monthly for a parabolic move to the upside. I'm waiting for sub 200, sub 190 to get long Tesla. So we will see how it goes. Semiconductor index, which was kind of like a rock star for an entire month of December, it just went down. SMH coming down, market is weak. SOX is coming down as well, $4.26 down. TSM 70 cents down. AMD, which was a rock star in this industry, the first reversal candle is coming. Yes, so we got a reversal. If we get a follow through, I should say this is going to be 135, but I should say this is going to be the area that everyone can just rebalance the portfolio. 120 to 127, that's going to be a good area to buy. NVIDIA, I kind of like a zero chance, but the price action is pretty shaky. So whenever we hit a new all-time high, this one is coming down sharply, I should say. Still looking for 420 for NVIDIA to the downside. Texas Instrument, another good $1.26 down. Not a bad price action. Corrective move can go to 160. Lam Research, after hitting the all-time high, 3 consecutive days to the downside, it can go to 730. Moving on to financial, Spider XLF, 12 cents down after a fantastic, phenomenal rally to the upside. This one is coming down. KBE, 60 cents to the downside. Corrective move is coming. Lower high, and then if you take out this pivotal point, It can go all the way down to $42. KRE 83 cents down. JP Morgan 20 cents down. Goldman Sachs 64 cents down. Bank of America 21 cents down. And Wells Fargo 26 cents down. So Wells Fargo is lagging. I believe this one is going to break down to the downside. $44 is coming down the road. Moving on to the gold miners. So gold miners, actually the price action is interesting. We had gap down, but hold up pretty well. So is this going to be just a corrective move to here and then coming back up? I should say yes. This is going to be the price action that I'm seeing here for the gold miners. Some of them are doing better, some of them not bad. Some of them are not doing okay. But gold miners are strong, specifically when this corrective move, shaking move is finished. We should see some kind of like a parabolic move to the upside, I should say. Still looking for a good GDX to 38 to 40. GDXJ is coming down as well, the gap down, but hold up pretty well above SMA 20, which is going to be this demand area. AEM, Agnico Eagle, 13 cents down. Look at the candle. Candle and the positive buyers just coming back nicely. Newmont, 31 cents down. Doji Bar, nothing bad, nothing good. Franco-Nevada, this one as well. So this is holding off for now. Good bullish consolidation. If we get a confirmation on Tuesday and then break out to the upside, don't be surprised because this one can be spiky all the way up to 122 to 128. So we will see how it goes. Gold Barrick, zero change, nothing bad, nothing good. Good hammer here. So look at that. Even if it goes down, there's going to be a SMA 20 this area as well. So this is going to be a demand area. The last sector for today, XLE, which is Energy Spider. This one is rolling over to the downside. And if it goes below this, 82, 81, I should say ugly days are coming, which are coming, to be honest. XOP is coming down sharply as well. OH, the same pattern. If it goes below 300, even 294, this one can go all the way down here to test this pivot, which is 240, 250. Exxon coming down. The ugly pattern looks obvious, right? So it can go all the way down to here. I'm just waiting for an 89 to 90. Chevron is coming down as well. So roll over to the downside. Still looking for this area to buy Chevron heavily. Still waiting. But it doesn't come to my price yet, but be patient because when price is getting there, you're going to buy with two hands. All right. I think I covered everything. Make sure watch videos forecast for 2024. Next 2 days are coming. 2 episodes for a stock market. Have a fantastic holiday. Again, Monday is going to be closed and January 1st. Happy New Year, everyone. Wish you all the best. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.